It's a job that demands physical fitness, an ability to make snap decisions, and occasionally to hear crowds of people chanting that they want to kill you. To talk about the joys and challenges of working as a referee, I'm joined now by Zachary Roth of the North Florida Officials Association. Hey, Zach, welcome
Good
back.
morning. Thank you.
And Sam Maroon, president of North Florida Officials Association. Welcome.
Good morning, Ann.
Good to have you. So you are both attorneys in Jacksonville. I guess reffing is just stress relief for that kind of level of work?
Yeah, officiating actually kind of transfers well because there's a lot of rules study and stuff. So it's similar to learning laws and that kind of stuff. And, you know, being a lawyer, a lot of times people are mad at you. So it, kind of gets you accustomed to being an official as well.
What brought you, Sam, to officiating? Were you a player as yourself?
A long, long time ago, yeah, and I was. And then I have a now 24-year-old son, so I started off coaching him through youth football. And then when he got to middle school and high school, I was very gently told I didn't need to coach him anymore, that they had some professional coaches there, that they were, fully staffed and they didn't need me anymore. And so I was kind of left with, what do I do? It's the fall. I'm used to being out there running around a little bit and enjoying the sport of football. And how do I stay involved other than just sitting in the stands and watching my son play? So I got into the refereeing business.
And Zach, you do some college level officiating as well?
Yeah, I do. I work in the FCS level, so lower level Division One. That's basically exclusively what I do in the fall now because the schedule conflicts with high school. But I started here working with Sam and with the NFOA and games, and then have transitioned over to college.
Did you also play?
I did. Well, I joked that I practiced college football. I didn't play it that much. But so I did that at Division III school, and then kind of similar to Sam, I got out and I said, I need to be involved in the game somehow. And officiating is good because you can control your schedule. If you're too busy with work or family obligations, you can not work games, and that's okay. You're not going to get fired. You know, if you're a coach, you can't not show up that week. Mm-hmm. So it gives some flexibility.
So we kind of alluded to some of the challenges of being a referee. They're not small. I mean, anybody that's been to a youth soccer game knows that parents can be out for blood. Football, probably not real different.
No, it's not. I enjoy it, so maybe it's this little sick pleasure I get out of it, but I actually like the being yelled at. It's fun to me. But yeah, you can't take yourself too seriously is a big thing with that. The officials, I think, that get themselves in trouble that you see are the ones that take themselves too seriously. But there is a lot of yelling. It can be long hours to work games. You know, you show up early. If you're working a varsity game on Friday night, you show up at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, depending on the game, and you don't get home till midnight, and you make $100 doing it. So if you're in it for the money, it's probably not going to be happy about how it goes. But if you love the game and you love giving back to our local youth, it's a fantastic thing to do.
How about you, Sam? How do you deal with those pressures, and what about it continues to be appealing enough to you to override that?
Well, part of it, Ann, I think, is the relationships that I've been able to develop with my fellow officials. Zach and I, a good example of that, have become pretty good friends. Not sure as attorneys we would have ever become friends just because we're kind of on the opposite sides of a lot of different types of cases. But through officiating, I've really become good friends with a lot of people that I probably would not have ever come in contact with. And Zach mentioned, on a Friday night, it can be long hours, but what I cherish is that last hour or two where after the game and we've showered and we've gone out and we're having a hamburger and a beverage and we're talking about, not only how that game went, but what's going on with our lives. And you really get to really become close friends with a lot of these folks that you work with on Friday nights. And it's a special part of the job.
Do you think that being a ref has made you a better lawyer, or the reverse?
Definitely the reverse.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
I am a better official because of what I do for a living during the day. I think maybe I'm better at what I do during the day because of the break I get. The skills are similar, but everything else is so different that when I go to work a football game on Friday night or Saturday, it's entirely different. So by the time I come back Monday, I'm a little bit more refreshed I'm not thinking about work over the weekend because I'm 100% focused on that game that I'm working.
So there is a shortage right now of refs for, I guess, middle school and high school level football. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
And so what are you doing to recruit new refs, and what opportunities are there for people to get involved?
So We have a training every summer for new officials that are interested, and it doesn't cost anything to show up. And if you want to, give it a shot, and you can see if you like it. We don't hold grudges if people come and they decide they don't like it. But something that we're excited about this year that we're doing in partnership with the Jaguars and local law firm Driver McAfee is we're being sponsored to use the flex field for our trainings with the new officials this year at the stadium.
That's the right adjacent to, for people who don't know, that's the Miller facility?
Yeah,
or the
next to Daly's place. So the original facility, not the Jaguars practice facility. But it's great because a lot of times bowls and in the past, Riverside High School had been gracious enough to allow us to use their facilities. But being outside in the summer, the weather's unpredictable. So a lot of times we'd get together and we wouldn't really be able to do a great job of training because we'd have a thunderstorm or something. Now we don't have to worry about that. We have this ability to use this conditioned facility and really try to provide a great opportunity for people that are interested to see what it's like and learn from experienced officials.
And Sam, what do you say to people in terms of if they're on the fence or even, vaguely considering it? How do you tell them? Do you encourage people to try?
Absolutely, 100%. And we take people that have been involved with the game, and we take people that have never been involved with the game of football at all. And we will train you. We will teach you how to be a great official. And it's just an exciting way to, everyone talks about Friday Night Lights and the mystique of Friday Night Lights. We're out there every Friday night under the lights, running around, enjoying it, and really giving back to the local youth and the game of football.
And what counties do you serve?
Duval, St. John's, Clay, Nassau, and Baker.
And so if someone wants to get involved, are they allowed to just be like, I want to stay in my county?
So for the middle school and junior varsity games, we try to give assignments close to either where you work or where you live. That way people aren't traveling long distances on Tuesday nights or Wednesday nights. Varsity games, it's a little bit more flexible that you probably need to be able to work in our full area. I'll let Sam correct me if I'm wrong on that.
No, that's true, Zach. The Friday night varsity football games, you can expect to be scheduled. 1 week you're at Baker County, the next week you're at Ponte Vedra, the next week you may be at Ed White. So you will get to see a lot of the different schools, which I think is part of the allure. I've been to virtually every high school in our area. It's funny when I meet new clients, and often they have children in high school, and where do kids go to high school? And I explain to them, I was like, well, I'm a high school official, so I can, I was at your son's school last year for this game or that game, and it's a way to start conversation.
Just briefly, where can they get information?
They can go to nfoa.org. That's our organization's website, and that has all the contact info.
All right. Zachary Roth, Sam Maroon, thank you so much for being here and telling us all about it.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks, Sam.
All right.